In this grand theater of life, we are all actors playing our parts in the divine drama. Yet, how many of us truly understand the power we possess to shape our reality? How often do we allow the voice of reason to overshadow the whispers of our imagination? Tonight, we shall unravel these mysteries and awaken to the truth that lies dormant within each of us. Let us begin by understanding the nature of belief. Belief, my dear friends, is not merely a mental assent to an idea. It is a state of consciousness, a feeling of certainty that transcends the limitations of our physical senses. When you truly believe something, you do not need external evidence to support it. Your belief becomes the evidence. Now, you might wonder, Wayne, how can I believe something when all reason and logic seem to deny its possibility? This is where the magic lies. You see, reason is but a servant of your assumptions. It faithfully presents you with evidence that supports your current beliefs. But what if I told you that you have the power to change those beliefs, and in doing so, transform your entire world? Consider for a moment the story of the Wright brothers. When they claimed that man could fly, reason denied it. Logic scoffed at the very idea. Yet their unwavering belief in the possibility of flight led to one of the greatest technological revolutions in human history. They chose to believe it even when reason denied it. So, how do we cultivate this power of belief? The first step, my friends, is to recognize that you're imagining our stability. Your imagination is not substantial faculty for daydreaming. It is the creative power of God within you. When you imagine, you are literally shaping the substance of reality. To believe it when reason denies, you must learn to live from the end. This means assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled here and now, regardless of what your physical state is to you. If you desire financial abundance, you must feel the relief, the security, the joy that comes with having plenty, even if your bank account says otherwise. If you long for perfect health, you must embody the vitality, the energy, the wholeness of a perfectly healthy being, even if your body currently shows symptoms of illness. This practice of living from the end is not about denying your current reality. It's about choosing which reality you wish to experience. You see, every possible version of you already exists in the infinite sea of consciousness. By assuming the feeling of your desired state, you are tuning into a view that you can make it your present reality. Now, I can hear some of you thinking, but Wayne, this goes against everything I've been taught. How can I possibly believe something that contradicts all evidence? My dear friends, let me remind you that what you call evidence is nothing more than the outpicturing of your past assumptions. Change your assumptions, and you change the evidence. To illustrate this point, let me share with your personal experience. Years ago, I found myself in New York, broken out of work. Reason told me that I should be worried, that I should frantically search for any job I could find. But instead, I chose to live from the end. I imagined myself back in my home in Barbados, successful and financially secure. I felt the joy of being there, the warmth of the sun on my skin, the comfort of my own bed. I lived in this state day and night, despite all contrary evidence. Within a week, I received a letter from my brother inviting me back to Barbados and offering me a well-paying job. Reason would say this was mere coincidence, but I know it to be the natural outcome of living from the end of believing it when reason denied it. You see, my friends, the world is not outside of you. The world is your consciousness pushed out. The world is your consciousness pushed out. Everything you perceive is a reflection of your own mental states. When you change your mental state, when you dare to believe in the face of contrary evidence, you set in motion forces beyond your current understanding. These forces work tirelessly to bring about the conditions that match your new assumption. But how, you might ask, do we maintain this belief when everything around us seems to contradict it? The key lies in persistence. You must persist in your assumption, regardless of what your senses tell you. This persistence is not a matter of willpower or positive thinking. It is a matter of feeling, of experiencing your desire as an already accomplished fact. Imagine for a moment that you are an actor in a play. In this play, you are portraying a character who has everything you desire in your life. How would this character think? How would they feel? How would they carry themselves? Now, immerse yourself fully in this role. Live from it. Breathe it. Become it. This is what it means to persist in your assumption. As you persist in this new state of consciousness, you may find that doubts arise. Reason may whisper in your ear, telling you that you're being foolish, that you're denying reality. When this happens, do not fight against these thoughts. Simply observe them, acknowledge them, and then gently return to your desired state. Remember, these doubts are merely the dying gasps of your old concept of self. They have no power unless you give them power. Now, let us delve deeper into the mechanics of belief. Your beliefs, my dear friends, are not just thoughts in your head. They are vibrational frequencies that you emit into the universe. Everything in this universe is energy vibrating at different frequencies. Your beliefs determine the frequency at which you vibrate. And like attracts like, when you truly believe in something, you align yourself with the frequency of that thing, drawing it into your experience. Twice why it's crucial to guard your mental diet. The thoughts you entertain, the conversations you engage in, the media you consume, all of these influence your vibrational frequency. To be the thing when reason denies it is, you must be vigilant about what you allow into your consciousness. Surround yourself with ideas, people, and experiences that support your desired state. Let me share with you another powerful technique for cultivating belief in the face of contrary evidence. It's called the lobby method. As you lie in bed each night, repeating to yourself a short, concise statement that implies your desire is already fulfilled. For example, if you desire financial abundance, you might repeat, "I am so grateful to be financially free." If you long for a loving relationship, your lobby might be, "I am loved and cherished by my perfect partner." As you repeat these words, feel the truth of them. Allow the feeling to permeate every cell of your being. Fall asleep in this state, knowing that your subconscious mind, which knows no limitations, is working throughout the night to align your outer world with this inner truth. Remember, my friends, your subconscious mind does not discriminate between what is real and what is imagined. It simply accepts what you impress upon it as truth and works tirelessly to bring it into manifestation. By falling asleep in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you are programming your subconscious to create that reality. Now, some of you may be thinking, "But Nevin, what about action? Don't we need to do something to bring about our desires?" To this, I say inspired action will naturally flow from your new state of consciousness. When you truly believe in something, when you live from the end, you will find yourself naturally taking the steps that lead to its manifestation. These actions will not feel like hard work or struggle. They will feel natural, even effortless, because they are in alignment with your new state of being. You will find doors opening, opportunities presenting themselves as if by magic. But remember, this magic is simply the natural result of your alignment with the frequency of your desire. Let us now address another common obstacle to belief, the opinions of others. Often when we share our dreams and aspirations, we are met with skepticism, even ridicule from those around us. Reason speaking through the mouths of well, meaning friends and family may tell us to be realistic. We are feet on the ground. My dear friends, understand this. The opinions of others have no power over you unless you give them power. Their words are simply a reflection of their own beliefs and limitations. You are not bound by their perception of what is possible. You have the power to choose which voices you listen to, which realities you align with. In fact, the doubts and skepticism of others can serve as a powerful catalyst for strengthening your own belief. When faced with opposition, reaffirm your commitment to your desired state. Use that doubt as a springboard to dive even deeper into the feeling of your wish fulfilled. For in doing so, you are not only transforming your own reality, but also expanding the realm of possibility for all those around you. Remember the words of the great William Bake, "What is now proved was once only imagined." Every great advancement in human history, every innovation, every work of art, began as a thought, an idea that reason initially denied. The inventors, the artists, the visionaries of our world are those who dared to believe it when reason did not want that. You, my dear listeners, are no different from these great minds. You possess the same creative power, the same ability to shape reality through your imagination. The only difference lies in your willingness to use this power to believe in the face of all contrary evidence. Now let us explore another powerful tool for cultivating belief, the art of revision. Each night before you sleep, take a few moments to review the events of your day, but do not review them as they occurred. Instead, revise them. See them playing out exactly as you would have wished them to be. If you had a challenging interaction with someone, replay that scene in your mind's eye, but this time see it unfolding harmoniously. If you face the setback in your goals, revise it to a stepping stone towards success. Whatever circumstances you wish to change, change them first in your imagination. This practice of revision serves two powerful purposes. First, it impresses upon your subconscious mind new patterns of experience, which it then works to manifest in your outer world. Second, it strengthens your ability to choose your mental stakes, to believe in your desired reality regardless of current circumstances. As you consistently practice revision, you will find that your outer world begins to conform more and more to your revised-in experiences. You are literally rewriting your past, and in doing so, reshaping your present and future. Now, my friends, I want to address a question that often arises when discussing these principles. Many ask, but Wayne, isn't this just a form of self-deception? Are we fooling ourselves by believing something that isn't true? To this I say, truth is not something external to you. Truth is not determined by your current circumstances or by the opinions of others. Truth is what you choose to conceal in your imagination. When you accept something as true in your imagination, when you live from that state with unwavering faith, it must become true in the outer world. This is the law of your being. Consider for a moment the placebo effect. Medical science has long recognized that patients often experience real physiological changes simply because they believe they are receiving effective treatment. Their belief, their assumption of health, creates actual healing in their bodies. Is this self-deception, or is it a demonstration of the incredible power of belief to shape our reality? You see, my dear friends, what you call reality is far more malleable than you have been led to believe. It is not a fixed external thing, but a fluid reflection of your own consciousness. When you truly grasp this truth, when you begin to live from it, you will find that nothing is impossible to you. But believing it when reason denies it requires courage. It requires a willingness to step out of your comfort zone, to challenge your long-held assumptions about what is possible. It requires faith, not blind faith, but faith born of understanding the true nature of reality and your place within it. This faith is not something you need to acquire. It is already within you. It is your natural state. The doubt, the skepticism, the belief in limitations, these are the acquired conditions. They are the result of your education, your upbringing, your past experiences. But they are not you. They are not the truth of your being. To reclaim your natural state of faith, of limitless belief, you must be willing to question everything you think you know. You must be willing to entertain possibilities that your rational mind may initially reject, for it is in this space of openness, of willingness to believe, that miracles occur. Imagine for a moment that you are a prisoner in a cell. For years you have lived within the confines of this cell, believing it to be the extent of your world. Then one day someone tells you that the door has always been unlocked. Would you immediately rush to open it, or would you hesitate, held back by your long-held belief in your imprisonment? This, my friends, is the situation many of us find ourselves in. We are prisoners of our own limiting beliefs, held captive by our acceptance of what reason tells us is impossible. But the door has always been unlocked. The power to step into a new reality, a reality aligned with our deepest desires, has always been within us. To believe it when reason denies it is to reach for that door handle. It is to take that step into the unknown, fueled by the certainty that what you have imagined must come to pass. It is to live from the state of your wish fulfilled, even when all external evidence seems to contradict it. As you practice this, you cultivate the art of believing. You will begin to notice changes in your outer world. These changes may be subtle at first, a shift in someone's attitude towards you, an unexpected opportunity, a solution to a problem that had seemed insurmountable. Acknowledge these changes, no matter how small, with gratitude, for they are confirmation that your new assumption is taking root, that your beliefs reshaping your reality. And as you notice these changes, let them fuel your faith. Let them strengthen your conviction that what you have imagined must come to pass. For this is the law of your being, what you believe and feel as true must objectify itself in your world. Now, my dear friends, as we near the conclusion of our discussion, I want to emphasize a crucial point. The practice of believing when reason denies, it is not a one-time event. It is not a technique to be used only when you desire something specific. It is a way of life. It is a constant choosing of which states of consciousness you wish to occupy. Every moment of every day you are faced with a choice. Will you accept the limitations that reason and your senses present to you? Or will you choose to live from the state of your field desires? Will you allow your past to dictate your future? Or will you claim your power as a creative being, shaping your reality through the power of your imagination? The choice is always yours, and it is a choice you must make moment by moment, day by day. For in every moment, you are either strengthening your belief in limitation or expanding into the infinite possibilities that are your birthright. As you go forth from this place, carrying this knowledge with you, I urge you to be bold in your imagining. Dare to believe in the seemingly impossible. Dare to live from the state of your wish fulfilled, depending on the state of your wish fulfilled, especially when reason is possibility. For you are not bound by reason. You are not limited by your current circumstances. You are a divine being possessing within you the very power that creates worlds. Your imagination is God in action. When you imagine and believe, you are fulfilling your highest purpose as a co-creator with the divine. So believe, my friends. Believe with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your being. Believe in the face of all contrary evidence. Believe when reason screams its denier. Believe and watch in awe as your world transforms to match your belief. For in the end, it is not reason that shapes our lives. It is our assumptions, our chosen states of consciousness. Choose wisely, choose lovingly, and above all, choose to believe in the boundless possibilities that await you. As we conclude, I invite you to take a moment now to feel the truth of your desired state. Close your eyes if you wish, and allow yourself to sink deeply into the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Feel the gratitude, the joy, the love that accompanies this state. Carry this feeling with you as you leave this place. Let it inform your every interaction, your every decision. For in doing so, you are living as the person you desire to be, and your outer world must conform to this inner truth. Go forth, my friends, in the knowledge that you are divine, you are powerful beyond measure, that you have within you the ability to reshape your entire world. Use this power wisely, use it lovingly, and watch in awe as your life transforms into a living testament of the boundless possibilities that await those who dare to believe, even when reason denies it. Thank you, and may your imagination guide you to the fulfillment of your deepest desires. Remember, to believe is the key, not the other way around. Believe it, live from it, and it must be. That is the law, that is a promise, that is the truth of your being. Embrace it, embody it, and watch your world transform before your very eyes. Let us begin by understanding what the subconscious mind truly is. Many of you may think of it as some mysterious hidden part of your psyche separate from your waking consciousness. But I tell you now, your subconscious mind is not separate from you, it is you. It is the vast, infinite part of your consciousness that holds all memory, all knowledge, all potential. Imagine, if you will, that your conscious mind is like the tip of an iceberg visible above the water. It is what you are aware of at any given moment, your thoughts, your immediate surroundings, your current focus. But beneath the surface lies the enormous bulk of the iceberg, your subconscious mind. It is this submerged portion that truly drives your life, shaping your beliefs, your habits, your reactions, and ultimately your reality. Now you might be wondering, Wayne, if my subconscious mind is so powerful, why can't I simply tell it what to do? And therein lies the crux of our discussion today. You see, the subconscious mind doesn't operate on logic or reason. It doesn't understand words in the way your conscious mind does. Instead, it responds to feelings, to images, to lived experiences, whether real or imagined. This is why simple affirmations or positive thinking often fall short. You cannot command your subconscious mind with mere words. You must speak to it in its own language, the language of feeling, of emotion, of vivid imagination. Let us delve deeper into this concept. Your subconscious mind is like a fertile field ready to grow whatever seeds are planted within it. These seeds are your habitual thoughts, your deepest beliefs, your most frequent emotions. And just as a field doesn't discriminate between the seeds of weeds and the seeds of flowers, your subconscious mind doesn't differentiate between positive and negative impressions. It simply accepts and grows whatever is repeatedly planted within it. This is why many people find themselves stuck in patterns of negative thinking or self-defeating behaviors. They have unknowingly been planting these seeds in their subconscious mind through years of repetitive thoughts and feelings. But here's the liberating truth. You have the power to choose what seeds you plant. You have the ability to consciously impress upon your subconscious mind the thoughts, beliefs, and feelings that align with your desires. This, my friends, is the key to controlling your subconscious mind. So how do we begin this process of impressing our desires upon the subconscious? The first step is to clearly define what it is you wish to manifest in your life. Be specific. Don't simply say, "I want to be happy." Instead, imagine in vivid detail what that happiness looks like. How do you feel? What are you doing? Who are you with? The more specific and detailed your vision, the more clearly you communicate with your subconscious mind. Once you have this clear vision, the next step is to enter what I call the state akin to sleep. This is a state of deep relaxation where your conscious mind becomes quiet, allowing easier access to your subconscious. You can achieve this state through meditation, through the moments just before falling asleep at night or upon first waking in the morning. In this relaxed state, bring your desire to mind. But don't just think about it, feel it. Experience it as if it were happening right now. Engage all your senses. If your desire is a new home, feel the doorknob in your hand as you open the front door. Smell the fresh paint. Hear the sound of your footsteps echoing in your new space. Feel the emotion of pride and contentment as you look around your beautiful new home. This imaginal act is not mere daydreaming or wishful thinking. In the realm of your subconscious, self-conscious mind, it is a lived experience. Your subconscious does not distinguish between what you vividly imagine and what you physically experience. By entering into the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you are impressing upon your subconscious mind the reality of your desire. Now, some of you may be thinking, "But Wayne, I've tried visualizing before and nothing happened." To this, I say persistence is key. Your current reality is the result of years, perhaps decades, of impressing certain beliefs and assumptions upon your subconscious mind. You cannot expect to overturn these deeply rooted patterns with a single imaginal act. You must persist in your new assumption. You must live from the state of your wish fulfilled. Not just in your quiet moments of imagination, but throughout your day. This is where many falter. They may imagine their desire vividly before sleep, but upon waking, they return to their old patterns of thought and feeling. Remember, your subconscious mind is always listening, always absorbing. Every thought, every emotion, every reaction you have throughout your day is being recorded and impressed upon your subconscious. Therefore, you must maintain the feeling of your wish fulfilled, even in the face of contrary evidence. This is not to say you should deny your current reality. Rather, you acknowledge it while simultaneously holding firm to your new assumption. If your desire is financial abundance, you don't deny your current bank balance. Instead, you say to yourself, "Yes, this is my current situation, but I am now moving towards greater abundance. I am now embodying the state of a wealthy person." This brings us to another crucial point in controlling your subconscious mind: the power of your self-concept. Your self-concept is the sum total of all your beliefs about who you are. It's the image you hold of yourself in your mind. And this self-concept is perhaps the most powerful impression in your subconscious mind. Many people struggle to manifest their desires because their self-concept contradicts what they're trying to achieve. They may visualize wealth, but deep down they believe they're not the kind of person who can be wealthy. They may imagine a loving relationship, but fundamentally believe they're unworthy of love. To truly control your subconscious mind, you must be willing to revise your self-concept. You must be willing to see yourself anew. This is not about creating a false image of yourself, but about recognizing and embracing your true, limitless nature. You see, at your core, you are pure consciousness. You are not defined by your past experiences, your current circumstances, or the opinions of others. You are the awareness in which all these things appear. And this awareness, your true self, is infinite in its potential. When you truly grasp this truth, when you begin to identify with your essential nature rather than your temporary circumstances, you open yourself to limitless possibilities. Your subconscious mind, no longer constrained by limiting beliefs about who you are, becomes free to manifest any reality you choose to imagine. So how do you revise your self-concept? The process is similar to impressing any desire upon your subconscious mind. You must vividly imagine yourself as the person you wish to be. Feel what it's like to be that person. How do they think? How do they carry themselves? How do they react to situations? But remember, this is not about creating a false persona. It's about recognizing and embracing aspects of yourself that have always been there, but perhaps have been overshadowed by limiting beliefs. You are not becoming someone else. You are becoming more fully yourself. As you persistently imagine and feel yourself as this ideal version of you, your subconscious mind will begin to accept this as your new reality. And as your subconscious accepts it, you will naturally begin to think, feel, and act in alignment with this new self-concept. Now let us address another powerful tool in controlling your subconscious mind, the use of I am statements. The words I am are incredibly potent. They are in essence your definition of yourself. Whatever follows I am is impressed upon your subconscious mind as a truth about your identity. Many people unconsciously use I am statements in negative ways. I am tired, I am broke, I am lucky in love. Each time you make such a statement, you are programming your subconscious mind to create more of that experience. To control your subconscious mind, you must become acutely aware of your I am statements. Catch yourself when you use them negatively and consciously choose to reframe them. Instead of I am tired, say I am rejuvenating. Instead of I am broke, say I am open to financial abundance. Instead of I am unlucky in love, say I am worthy of love and attracting my perfect partner. But remember, it's not just about the words. You must feel the truth of these statements as you say them. Your subconscious mind responds to feeling, not just to words. So when you say I am abundant, feel the security, the freedom, the joy of abundance. When you say I am loved, feel the warmth, the connection, the contentment of being deeply loved. As you consistently use I am statements in this way, you are literally reprogramming your subconscious mind. You are impressing upon it a new concept of who you are, and your subconscious mind will work tirelessly to make this new self-concept your reality. Now let us explore another powerful technique for controlling your subconscious mind. The practice of revision. Revision is not merely about changing your memories or rewriting your past. It is about recognizing that the past only exists in your mind, and therefore it can be changed in your mind. You see, your subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between what actually happened and what you vividly imagine happened. By revising past events in your imagination, you can literally change the impact those events have on your subconscious mind. Here's how to practice revision. At the end of each day, review the events of your day in your imagination. If there were any events that were not to your liking, revise them. See them unfolding in a way that pleases you. Feel the satisfaction, the joy, the fulfillment of this revised version of events. For example, if you had a disagreement with a coworker, revise the scene in your mind. See the conversation unfolding harmoniously. Feel the mutual understanding and respect. Hear the words of agreement and cooperation. By doing this, you are not denying what physically happened. You are changing the impact of that event on your subconscious mind. You are impressing upon your subconscious a reality of harmony and understanding rather than conflict. This practice of revision can be extended to any past event that still troubles you. Are there memories that still cause you pain or regret? Revise them in your imagination. See them unfolding in a way that brings you peace and joy. Feel the emotions of this new version of events as if they were real, because to your subconscious mind they are real. As you consistently practice revision, you will find that your reactions to current events begin to change. You will become less reactive, more peaceful, more aligned with your desired state of being. This is because you are literally rewriting the programs in your subconscious mind that govern your responses to life events. Now let us delve into another crucial aspect of controlling your subconscious mind, the power of your attention. Your attention is like a spotlight, illuminating and energizing whatever it focuses on. And your subconscious mind assumes that whatever you consistently give your attention to must be important to you. Many people unknowingly misuse this power by constantly focusing on what they don't want. They worry about potential problems, dwell on past mistakes, or obsess over their current limitations. In doing so, they are inadvertently instructing their subconscious mind to create more of these unwanted experiences. To control your subconscious mind, you must become the master of your attention. Consciously choose to focus on what you want, not on what you don't want. When you catch your mind dwelling on negative possibilities, gently but firmly redirect your attention to your desired outcome. This doesn't mean you ignore problems or challenges. Rather, you acknowledge them briefly, then immediately shift your focus to the solution to the desired outcome. Instead of worrying about an upcoming presentation, focus on seeing yourself delivering it confidently and successfully. Instead of dwelling on a health issue, focus on seeing and feeling yourself in perfect health. Remember, your subconscious mind is always listening, always absorbing. By consistently focusing your attention on your desired states of being, you are instructing your subconscious mind to align your reality with these states. Now let us discuss the role of emotion in controlling your subconscious mind. Emotion is the power that gives life to your thoughts and imaginations. It's the energy that fuels the manifestation of your desires. Your subconscious mind responds more strongly to feelings than to logical thoughts. This is why simply thinking about your goals often doesn't lead to their manifestation. You must feel your desired reality as if it were already true. When you imagine your desire fulfilled, allow yourself to feel the joy, the excitement, the gratitude you would feel if it were already your reality. These positive emotions are the fuel that propels your imaginal acts into physical manifestation. Conversely, negative emotions like fear, worry, or doubt can sabotage your efforts to impress your desires upon your subconscious mind. These emotions send a message to your subconscious that something is wrong, that you are in danger or lack, prompting it to create more experiences that match these feelings. Therefore, managing your emotional state is crucial in controlling your subconscious mind. Practice generating positive emotions intentionally. Feel gratitude for what you already have. Feel joy for the beauty around you. Feel love for yourself and others. As you cultivate these positive emotional states, you create a fertile ground in your subconscious mind for your desires to take root and flourish. Now, my friends, as we near the conclusion of our exploration, let us address one final crucial point: the importance of persistence and faith in controlling your subconscious mind. The techniques we have discussed are powerful, but they require consistent application to yield results. Your current reality is the result of years, perhaps decades of subconscious programming. It will not change overnight. You must persist in your new assumptions, in your new self-concept, in your new patterns of thought and feeling. There may be times when your physical reality seems to contradict your imaginal acts. In these moments, you must have faith. Not blind faith, but faith born of understanding. Understanding that your physical reality is the effect, not the cause. The cause lies in your consciousness, in your subconscious mind. Persist in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, even when your senses deny it. Hold fast to your new self-concept, even when old habits try to reassert themselves. Remain your focus on what you want, even when challenges arise. For it is through this persistence, this unwavering faith, that you truly impress your desires upon your subconscious mind. It is through this persistence that you reprogram the deeply held beliefs and assumptions that have shaped your reality thus far. Remember, your subconscious mind is not your enemy. It is not something to be battled or subdued. It is your faithful servant, tirelessly working to create the reality you impress upon it. By learning to communicate with it effectively, by consistently impressing upon it the reality you desire, you align this immense power with your conscious intentions. As we conclude our discussion, I want you to remember this. You are not at the mercy of your subconscious mind. You are its master. You have within you the power to shape your reality, to create the life you desire. This power lies in your ability to consciously impress upon your subconscious mind the thoughts, feelings and assumptions that align with your desires. Go forth from here with this knowledge. Apply these principles in your daily life. Be aware of your thoughts, your emotions, your self-concept. Use your imagination consciously and deliberately. Revise your paths. Focus your attention wisely and persist in the feeling of your wish fulfilled. And above all, have faith. Faith in the process, faith in the law, faith in your own divine nature as a created being. For as you master the art of controlling your subconscious mind, you step into your true power as the author of your life story. Remember, the power to change your life lies within you. It always has. You are not bound by your past, by your circumstances, or by the opinions of others. You are bound only by the limits of your imagination and your willingness to impress upon your subconscious mind the reality you choose to experience. Embrace this truth. Live from this understanding and watch as your world transforms around you, reflecting the newfound mastery of your subconscious mind. Thank you, and may your journey of conscious creation be filled with joy, wonder, and the thrill of manifesting your deepest desires. The art of manifesting multiple desires simultaneously is not merely possible. It is the natural state of your divine being. For you are not limited to manifesting one desire at a time, just as God does not create one thing at a time, but sustains and creates countless realities in every eternal moment. Let me tell you that your consciousness, your wonderful human imagination, is not bound by the limitations of time and space that appear so real to your mortal senses. Your imagination, which is God Himself operating in you, can hold multiple stakes with perfect clarity and bring them all into your physical experience with mathematical precision. Now let us understand this principle deeply. When you enter your room at night, you do not light one corner and wait for it to brighten before lighting another. You simply switch on the light and the entire room is illuminated instantly. This is how your consciousness works with multiple manifestations. You need not complete one before beginning another. They all exist then or do in the wonderful human imagination. I tell you, time is merely a device of your mortal mind. In the realm of consciousness, all things exist simultaneously. When you truly grasp this, you will understand that manifesting multiple desires is no more difficult than manifesting a single desire. For in consciousness, there is no competition, no waiting line, no priority queue. Let me share with you a principle that I have tested countless times. When you desire to manifest multiple things, you must first understand that they all exist now in what I call the fourth dimensional world, the world of consciousness. Your physical world is merely a shadow, a reflection of what you have assumed to be true in consciousness. Consider this when you dream at night. Your dream contains multiple elements, people, places, events, all existing simultaneously. Your consciousness creates and sustains all these elements without effort or strain. This same power operates in your waking state through your wonderful human imagination. Here's a technique I want to share with you tonight. Instead of thinking of your desires as separate entities competing for manifestation, see them as different aspects of your already existing perfect life. Just as a diamond has many facets, yet remains one diamond, your desired state has many aspects, yet remains one state, the state of fulfillment. You must learn to live from the end. See yourself already in possession of all that you desire. Make your multiple desires a single composite state. If you desire financial abundance, perfect health, and harmonious relationships simultaneously, do not separate them in your consciousness. Create a single scene that implies the fulfillment of all these desires. Let me give you an example. Instead of creating separate scenes for each desire, construct one scene where you are discussing with a friend how wonderful your life is, implying the fulfillment of all your desires. In this conversation, you naturally mention your flourishing business, your perfect health, and your harmonious relationships as already existing facts. This single scene, when entered into with feeling and conviction, will set in motion all that is necessary for the manifestation of your multiple desires. Remember, my dear friends, the outside world is dead. It has no power to create or to prevent. It is purely a shadow world reflecting what you have assumed to be true in consciousness. Therefore, do not be concerned with the how or the when of your manifestations. Your only responsibility is to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled for all your desires. Now, here is a vital point that many miss. When manifesting multiple desires, you must not strain or effort. Strain implies that what you want is absent, distant, or difficult to achieve. Instead, relax into the assumption that all your desires are already fulfilled. Feel the naturalness of having all that you desire. I want you to understand this deeply. The feeling is the secret. The feeling of naturalness is the key to manifesting multiple desires simultaneously. When something is natural to you, it requires no effort to maintain. You don't wake up each morning wondering if gravity will work today. Its operation is natural to you. This is how your fulfilled desires should feel: natural, normal, and already yours. Let me tell you a principle that has never failed. Before you sleep tonight, review your day as though all your desires are already fulfilled. Feel the joy, the satisfaction, the completeness of having all that you desire. Make this feeling so real that as you drift into sleep, your physical world seems like a shadow and your imagined state feels more real. You see, my dear friends, manifesting multiple desires simultaneously is not about working harder or doing more. It's about understanding the true nature of consciousness and its relationship to your physical world. Your consciousness is the only reality. All else is derived from it. When you truly grasp this, you will understand that there is no limit to what you can manifest simultaneously. Just as a mirror reflects everything placed before it without strain or selection, your physical world must reflect whatever state you have assumed in consciousness. Now let me share with you another profound truth. Your multiple desires, though they may seem separate in the physical world, are united in consciousness by a single feeling: the feeling of fulfillment. This is why I emphasize feeling rather than visualization. The feeling of fulfillment, when achieved, automatically brings with it all that is necessary for its expression in your physical world. Remember, my dear friends, revision is a powerful tool when manifesting multiple desires. If during your day events seem to contradict your desired state, revise them immediately in your imagination. See them conforming perfectly to your desires. This is not denial. This is the proper use of the law. You must persist in this practice until your desired state becomes your dominant feeling. Just as a musician must practice until the piece becomes second nature, you must persist in your assumption until it becomes your natural state of being. Let me tell you something that many find hard to accept. Time is not a factor in the fulfillment of your desire. What appears to take time in the physical world is merely the unfolding of what has already been accomplished in consciousness. Therefore, when manifesting multiple desires, do not think in terms of time or sequence. Your wonderful human imagination knows no limitations. It can handle multiple desires with the same ease as it handles one. Just as your eyes can perceive multiple objects simultaneously without strain, your consciousness can hold multiple fulfilled desires without effort. Here is a practical application before you sleep tonight. Set up the scene that implies the fulfillment of all your desires. Make it a short, simple scene. Perhaps you are sharing with a friend how everything in your life has fallen perfectly into place. Feel the joy, the satisfaction, the completeness of this state. Fall asleep in this feeling. Remember, my dear friends, your consciousness is God operating in you as you. Therefore, it has the power to fulfill all your desires simultaneously. There is no need for prioritization or scheduling in consciousness. All is no-do. When doubts arise, and they will arise, for that is the nature of the mortal mind, remember this truth. Your physical senses show you only shadows of past assumptions. Your true power lies in your ability to assume a new state now and now, regardless of what your senses dictate. Let me share with you another principle. Your multiple desires are not separate entities requiring separate efforts. They are different aspects of your expanded consciousness. When you truly understand this, you will see that manifesting multiple desires is as natural as breathing. Consider this. When you breathe, you don't consciously coordinate the multiple processes involved. Your body knows exactly what to do. Similarly, when you assume the feeling of your wishes fulfilled, the infinite intelligence within you knows exactly how to bring about their manifestation. Now here is a vital point about manifesting multiple desires. Do not concern yourself with the bridge of incidents, the series of events that will lead to your manifestation. Your only responsibility is to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. The infinite intelligence within you will arrange all the necessary details. Remember, my dear friends, your physical world is merely your servant faithfully reflecting your consciousness assumptions. Therefore, maintain your assumption of fulfillment regardless of appearances. The physical world has no choice but to conform to your conscious assumptions. Let me emphasize this point. When manifesting multiple desires, do not make the mistake of trying to figure out how they will all come about. This is not your responsibility. Your only responsibility is to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Here is another practical application. Throughout your day, whenever you think of any of your desires, see them as already fulfilled. Make this your habitual attitude. Let the feeling of fulfillment be your constant companion. Remember, my dear friends, you are not trying to make something happen. You are assuming that it has already happened. This is the crucial difference that many fail to grasp. You are not working towards something, you are living from the end. By manifesting multiple desires, maintain this attitude. Isn't it wonderful that everything is working out perfectly in my life? This simple attitude, maintained with feeling, will do more for your manifestation than all the planning and striving in the world. Let me tell you something about the nature of manifestation. Everything in your physical world is a manifestation of consciousness. Therefore, when you change your consciousness, everything in your world must change to conform to your new assumption. This is why, my dear friends, I emphasize the importance of living from the end. When you live from the end, you are not trying to make things happen. You are simply allowing what is already complete in consciousness to unfold in your physical experience. Remember this principle: your consciousness is the only reality. Everything else, everything you see, hear, touch, taste, and smell is a shadow of your conscious assumptions. Therefore, when manifesting multiple desires, focus on maintaining the consciousness of fulfillment. Here is another practical point. Do not discuss your desires or your practice of this law with those who would doubt or discourage you. Your manifestations are sacred, should be kept within the sanctuary of your own consciousness until they appear in your physical world. Let me share with you another truth about manifesting multiple desires. The feeling of fulfillment is your compass. If you are properly assuming the feeling of your wishes fulfilled, you will experience a deep sense of satisfaction and peace, regardless of external circumstances. Remember, my dear friends, the law is simple but exact. It works with mathematical precision. Whatever you assume is true in consciousness must be expressed in your physical world. This is why you can manifest multiple desires simultaneously, because in consciousness all is possible in our law. Your physical senses may argue against this truth. They may show you evidence that seems to contradict your desires, but remember, your senses only show you the effects of past assumptions. Your power lies in your ability to assume a new state now. Let me give you another practical application. When you lie down to sleep tonight, feel as though you are lying down in the state of your wishes fulfilled. Consider the satisfaction, the completeness, the joy of having all that you desire. This feeling, impressed upon your subconscious mind during sleep, will work wonders. Remember this vital point. Your subconscious mind does not argue. It simply accepts what you feel to be true and works faithfully to express it in your physical world. Therefore, when manifesting multiple desires, focus on impressing upon your subconscious mind the feeling of complete fulfillment. Let me share with you another vital aspect of this law. When you dream at night, do you find your dream limited to one scene, one desire, or one experience? No, your dream consciousness effortlessly creates entire worlds, complete with multiple characters, scenarios, and experiences, all happening simultaneously. This is the same power that you possess in your waking state. through your wonderful human imagination. I tell you with complete conviction that your consciousness is like an infinite ocean, capable of holding countless drops of desires without becoming full or strained. Just as the ocean doesn't struggle to contain its many waves, your consciousness doesn't struggle to hold multiple manifestations. Now, let me share with you a deeper principle that many overlook. When you truly understand that all of time exists, now you will realize that there is no such thing as sequence in consciousness. Your tomorrow, your next year, your perfect life. They all exist now in the eternal moment of consciousness. Consider this when you enter a movie theater. The entire film exists on the reel, though you experience it scene by scene. Similarly, all your desires exist, and all in consciousness, though they may appear to manifest sequentially in your physical experience. This is why I tell you that manifesting multiple desires simultaneously is not only possible, but natural. Here is another profound truth. Your consciousness is not divided into compartments. It doesn't maintain separate folders for your different desires. All your desires exist in a unified state of fulfillment in consciousness. This is why focusing on the feeling of complete fulfillment naturally brings about the manifestation of all your desires. Let me give you a deeper understanding of this principle. When you say I am, you are expressing the fullness of your being. This I am consciousness contains within it all that you could ever desire. Therefore, when manifesting multiple desires, focus on the feeling of I am, the feeling of being the person who has all these desires fulfilled. Remember, my dear friends, the physical world is merely a shadow, a reflection of your conscious assumptions. Just as a shadow cannot choose what to reflect, your physical world cannot choose which of your assumptions to manifest. It must reflect all of them faithfully. Here is another practical application of this law. Throughout your day, whenever you think of your desires, do not see them as separate goals to be achieved. See them as different aspects of your already perfect life. Feel the wholeness, the completeness of being the person who has all these desires fulfilled. Let me share with you a deeper truth about the nature of consciousness. Your consciousness is not bound by the limitations of physical space. Just as a single seed contains within it the pattern for an entire forest, your consciousness contains within it all possible states of fulfillment. When you truly grasp this principle, you will understand that manifesting multiple desires simultaneously is not about dividing your attention or energy. It's about expanding your consciousness to embrace the fullness of your desired state. Consider this: when you look at a beautiful garden, you don't see each flower separately. You experience the beauty of the whole garden as one unified experience. This is how you should hold your multiple desires in consciousness, as one unified state of fulfillment. Let me tell you something about the nature of assumption. When you assume a state, you are not creating something new. You are simply choosing to experience what already exists in consciousness. Therefore, when manifesting multiple desires, you are simply choosing to experience the state where all these desires are already fulfilled. Remember this crucial point. Your physical senses may tell you that your desires are separate, that they must be achieved one at a time. But I tell you, this is merely the illusion of time and space. In consciousness, all is one, all is now. Here is another practical application. When you lie down to sleep tonight, instead of reviewing your desires as separate items on a list, feel the completeness of being the person who has all these desires fulfilled. Feel the naturalness, the ease, the grace of living in the state. Let me share with you another profound truth about manifestation. The feeling of fulfillment is not divided. You don't feel partially fulfilled or fulfilled in stages. When you truly capture the feeling of the wish fulfilled, is a complete whole feeling that encompasses all your desires. Consider this. When you are truly happy, you don't analyze the different aspects of your happiness. You simply feel happy as a complete state of being. This is how you should approach manifesting multiple desires as one complete state of fulfillment. Remember, my dear friends, the law operates with perfect precision. It doesn't distinguish between big desires and small desires, between one desire and many desires. It simply responds to your conscious assumptions with mathematical precision. Let me emphasize this point. Your consciousness is the only reality. Everything else, every circumstance, every condition, every event in your physical world is simply consciousness made visible. Therefore, when you change your consciousness to one of complete fulfillment, your entire world must change to reflect this new assumption. Here is another vital truth. The feeling of the wish fulfilled is your most precious gift. It is the feeling that sets in motion all that is necessary for the manifestation of your desires. Therefore, nurture this feeling, protect it, maintain it, regardless of appearances. Remember, my dear friends, you are not trying to make something happen in the future. You are choosing to experience what already exists in consciousness. This is why manifesting multiple desires simultaneously is not about effort or struggle. It's about choosing to experience the state where all your desires are already fulfilled. Let me share with you another principle. The state of fulfillment is not a distant goal to be achieved. It is a present choice to be made. Right now, in this eternal moment, you can choose to experience the state where all your desires are fulfilled. Consider this when you dream at night. You don't create the dream piece by piece. The entire dream experience appears fully formed in your consciousness. This is how manifestation works. The entire state of fulfillment exists now in consciousness, waiting for you to step into it. Remember this truth: your physical world has no choice but to reflect your conscious assumptions. Therefore, when you assume the state of complete fulfillment, all circumstances, all conditions, all events must rearrange themselves to reflect this assumption. For this is the law, my dear friends. It is exact, it is precise, and it never fails. Test it in your own experience. Prove its truth through application. For in the end, it is not what you believe about the law that matters. It is what you prove through experience. And so I tell you again, go forth and apply this law. Live from the state of complete fulfillment. Maintain the feeling of the wish fulfilled regardless of appearances. For as surely as night follows day, your physical world must conform to your conscious assumptions. For this is the promise and the law: as within, so without. As above, so below. What you assume in consciousness must manifest in your physical experience. This is the way, this is the truth, and this is the light. Remember, my dear friends, you are the upper in power. You are the consciousness in which all things exist. Therefore, choose wisely, assume lovingly, and live constantly in the state of your wishes fulfilled. For this is the secret of manifesting multiple desires simultaneously. To live from the end, to live in the state of complete fulfillment nano-day. And in this eternal now, all things are possible, all desires are fulfilled, and all manifestation is complete. This is the truth I share with you tonight. This is the law that never fails. This is the promise that is always kept. In closing, my dear friends, remember that you are the upper and power in your world. Your consciousness is the only reality. Your physical world is simply responding to what you have assumed to be true. Therefore, assume wisely, assume lovingly, and above all, assume the feeling of your wishes fulfilled.